name wrong. That'd be just so messed up.
Let's get the name right.
Okay, so the name is Altered Ego. And the reason for that is because Tyler's one of my best friends. But thing is, we're nothing alike. Not even a little bit. But despite that, we did become close friends. So the thing is, Tyler, he's kind of like a superhero. And
already with this illustration, I'm scared of it. I don't like it. Let me try this one. Jerimiah is a superhero, right? And here's why. Let me explain. You know how superheroes help everyone in need, and they're just so kind and loving. Well, Jerimiah. That's all I have to say,
Tough spot. I was just gonna say, like, if Tyler was a superhero, which he is, it's no secret. Everyone knows. He doesn't wear a mask. But anyway,
well,
if he were to put on Clark Kent glasses, as he has on now, he would pretty much act like I would on a daily basis. I'm kind of like his Clark Kent persona. But if I wanted to be cool, I'd be Tyler.
Oh, see, I don't, Okay, so while I would love to argue, I will not. Instead, I will say this. With our current personalities, when we are with each other, we are the best version of ourselves. And so, that's all you can really say. We get better as time goes by. And together, we are altered ego, I guess.
Yeah, it just fits.
And of course, we need to make a design that fits, that like encapsulates that at some point. But
marketing,
right? Do we like Google ads? I don't know. Facebook ads. Is Facebook still relevant?
Is the internet still? Yeah, it is. I don't know. That's a good question. The thing I wonder though, what are we going to talk about? We should have planned this beforehand. Like, hey, let's have a subject. No, a theme. Let's talk about that. But
well, I suppose our current theme is Facebook still relevant?
Okay, so you go first. What defines relevancy? What makes something relevant?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. Relevant to me is specifically like on the minds of people constantly.
So guys, just you and me. Side note, Tyler will try to be extremely humble, needlessly so. So despite all the compliments that you can give him, he'll deny them, unfortunately. So don't let that stop you from giving him compliments though. Tons of good qualities to pick from. He's probably going to say something super intelligent about Facebook being still relevant, and I'm going to try to counteract that point. So,
target audiences are so important, and that's weird because your goal normally would seem to be like just everyone, because that's the nature of content in general. But it seems to really help to have a niche almost.
Yeah.
But I feel like the hardest thing to do also is to find your niche, because the market is so overpopulated at this point.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely is. I know that my sister, she's trying to start a little business, and she can't. She's like, what do I want to, what's my audience? Who do I want to appeal to? Because she has so many different interests. English. Anyway, so photography, crafts, real estate, art, quarantine. Like one idea was something that you may see around in Florida. People are doing doorstep photo shoots. Mm-hmm. So the photographer will come to someone's door here in town, and since we're in quarantine, they're standing right there in their door. It's like a doorstep portfolio, and she's trying to figure out what you can do on the side as a business. Now, on the like you mentioned, the entertainment side of the world, um, it could be harder because, like you said, everything's overpopulated.
Hmm.
Uh, there's almost nothing that you can do that hasn't been done already, and the only thing that will set you apart from everyone else is how you do it. Now, if you could take something that's been done a million times and do it a million different ways, I mean,
Hmm.
that's one thing.
I feel almost like if you could take something that's been done and do it the funniest way, like for instance, like if you're playing a game and I'm Psych is what's on my mind right now. You know the game
Yeah.
by Ellen, and the goal is to guess what the person themselves who's in question
Hmm.
answered. But none of the people I've played with have ever done it. They're just like, which one's the funniest? And so it seems like if you can get a laugh out of a person, if that's all that matters, even if you have the most information in the world, that doesn't seem to be the most important thing to people at this point, which is so strange. But that is such an interesting behavior of humans in general that I wonder if it's like only if it's like limited to that. Is it limited to laughter wins over everything, or is
Hmm.
it intellect is like close second? Some choose, some choose. I don't even understand the analytics behind it at this point.
Yeah, that's true because yeah, humans have a strange taste. You figure, uh, the saying, very famous saying, knowledge is power. So
Mm.
why wouldn't you see tons of videos on YouTube explaining certain things like after science? Uh, take science for example. Is what I want to say. Those videos don't have any views, like 5,000 views, 10,000 views. But you see
Cat
Caleb
video.
City,
Oh yeah, him too.
Caleb City, I mean, millions of views just for doing silly stuff, and it's like maybe not to go off on like a side tangent,
Mhm.
but maybe it's just the state of the world that we're in. No one cares about knowledge anymore.
Ooh,
Everyone just wants to smile.
like the deep topics.
Think about it. No one. I mean, some people don't have happiness in their life. A lot of people don't, and not a lot of people know how to find that happiness. I mean, and it's like if for a minute they can escape from the dark reality that is their life, then that's what they're gonna watch most of the time, instead of filling their mind with science. If that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
wonder if the course of wisdom is almost to combine the two.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I'm thinking of which I haven't heard of in so long now that I think about it. But BuzzFeed, what
Oh,
happened to them?
yeah. Yeah. You know what? People are. Yeah, you're right. I was like, wait, why hasn't no one did that? They have, but just like me, I forgot about it. So it's like,
So maybe that's not the best.
well, it depends on how you do it. If you can do it better than they did, then you're good. You're solid.
And personality plays such a big role as well. Like I mean, I'll literally. I mean, true quality is most important. I will click on a clickbait title in a heartbeat, and I will click on a clickbait like the picture of the video. I don't remember what that's called at all.
Now,
Hmm?
thumbnail.
Yes, thumbnail, clickbait thumbnail, clickbait title. But then sometimes it'll just be like the lamest person delivering the information. I'm like, ugh. But then it could be low quality, and then the person actually talking is hilarious, and I'll keep watching him tell me about information I do not need whatsoever.
Yeah. All right. Would you happen to be talking about someone named Kyle Hill?
Yes, and I am confused as to how you knew that.
Oh man, told you, you're my alter ego. I mean,
I
just
mean, it's it's the exact opposite, but it mixes sometimes. It's like a magnet. It works.
yeah, switch
Okay,
personalities one day. Can't go back. Oh, it's
I,
good.
I suppose we did get on a bit of a tangent about how the world is misguided.
Well, I mean, that's my only explanation for it.
hmm
Instead of
But also, I feel like there's this whole group of people who are. I wouldn't feel it's mean to say they don't care whatsoever, but when you think about music today, no hate to music today, because there are some very talented people. Oftentimes, the topics are interesting to say the least.
horrible. Yeah.
And those seem to be the biggest songs, even
hmm
though uh, the other songs may have some real deep topics in them that cover important topics. It's all about
Yeah.
a beat, or which is important to a song, of course.
hmm
It's just so interesting to consider, you know? So interesting to consider what people want to hear. And if that is what you should do, or if you should just wait, do what you want and wait for people to seek out you
hmm
instead of you
Yeah.
seeking out their interest.
So, do you go to where the fish are, or do you stay put and let the fish come to you?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, one is clearly a more
Well, profitable, yes, but morally, I mean, I know some people who, I mean, you know that there's this show called Songland, and I love music, so don't let me not get too much into it. But the writers, they're talented. They can play all kinds of instruments, and they're great at it. And they mentioned someone, uh, this lady mentioned Rihanna's songs. Now, she mentioned, for some odd reason that I can't remember, that Rihanna's songs that she writes are just all kinds of nasty. They have all kinds of bad stuff in them. And she's the writer. She's like, I mean, she admits that the stuff that she writes ain't good, but that's what the people want. That's what Rihanna wanted to sing. That's what the people wanted to listen to. So it's like, even if that's not what you want, what you believe, or not believe, that's not what you want to talk about, that's not what you want to sing. If you want to make a profit, some people will go to that level to do it.
I guess it gets down to the money, actually, now that you've mentioned it. Are you chasing your dreams, or are you chasing a bag?
Mm-hmm.
Unless your dreams are money. Well, I know what you're chasing.
Yeah, I was about to say, but you probably a little too long on that one.
I guess I'm giving everyone the time to think. Like, should we just pause? Everybody pause and say, am I chasing my dreams, or am I chasing money? And then look up at the sky. I suppose that's it. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Pretend what happened. I don't understand.
Nothing. Definitely nothing. Definitely not. Okay, cool. So should we do an outro? Is an outro important?
Should we come up with an outro on the spot and then nail it successfully? Yes, I think so.
Okay, here's what we need to do.
Okay. All right.
You say the first word, I say the second word. You say the third, I say the fourth. You say the
Got
fifth, I say the sixth, up to 10, okay?
Right. Okay.
All right, okay, let's go.
This
Has
been
a
amazing
spectacular
cast.
and
Thank you
for
watching
have
a
great
day.
perfect. I see no issue.